So we're going to be talking about Descartes' rule of signs, which is going to be DRS. It's used to find possible numbers of positive and negative zeros. So for possible positive real zeros, we're going to count the sign changes on f of x. Basically, all we're going to do is subtract multiple of 2. So if we have 5 sign changes, that means we're going to start with 5. 5 minus 2 gives us 3. 3 minus 2 gives us 1. And so these are the possible positive real zeros. Now we'll discuss the possible negative real zeros. So over here, what we're doing is everywhere we see an x, we're replacing it with negative x. We're still going to subtract multiples of 2. So pretend we have the example 6 sign changes. So if we're subtracting by 2, that means we're going to start with 6. 6 minus 2 gives us 4. 4 minus 2 gives us 2. And then 2 minus 2 gives us 0. So all we're doing is just subtracting by 2. So 6, 4, 2, or 0, negative real zeros. So as our example, we're going to be looking at this polynomial, and we're going to find the possible positive or negative real zeros. So let's start with the positive zeros. So all we're going to do is look at the signs. So over here, if you look at x cubed, we know that's positive x cubed. So I'm going to write down a plus sign. Then the next term is negative 5x squared. All I'm going to do is just write down the negative sign. The next one is positive 2x, so I'm going to put another plus sign. And then lastly, it's positive 8, so I'm going to put a plus sign. So all we're going to do now is count the changes from signs. So over here it's going from positive to negative, that's 1. Then it's going from negative to positive, which is another 1. Positive to positive, the signs are the same, so we're not doing anything with it. So since we counted 2, that means there's 2 sign changes, which means that we have 2, or 2 minus 2, which gives us 0, possible positive real zeros. So we just found the positive, now we're going to look for the negative. For the negative, all we have to do is wherever we see x, everywhere we see an x, we have to replace it with negative x. It's really important to have your parentheses. So again, everywhere I see an x, I'm going to replace with negative x. So place it with negative x. And then we got to do the math. So we have f of negative x equals negative x cubed is saying it's negative x times negative x times negative x, which gives us negative x cubed. Then we have negative x squared, which means negative x times negative x. Remember, if it's a negative to an even degree, it's also going to come out positive. So essentially we have negative 5 times positive x, which gives us negative 5x. And then we have positive 2 times negative x, which is negative 2x. I've got the squared over here. And then we're just going to bring down the 8. So now looking at our signs, we know that first one is going to be negative. Second one, the second term is negative, the third term is negative, and the last term is positive. So we want to indicate any sign changes. So we're like, hey, negative to negative is the same sign, negative to negative is also the same sign, but negative to positive is different. We have a sign change. So we have one sign change. So if we have one sign change, that means in this case we have one possible negative real zero. So what I want y'all to do is do the 4 checkpoint problems before you come to class. It's going to be part of your homework grade. Make sure you guys get that done. Try the best you can. And again, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys get these notes done. See you in class.